Hello, I'm Ashley Gilbert, the Community School Program Manager at Brockbridge Elementary School under the amazing leadership of Miss Ada Carter. And so I want to start out with a little bit of a mission statement. And so at Brockbridge Elementary School, we are dedicated to building bridges and shaping futures by enhancing student engagement, fostering family and community connections, and promoting a safe and inclusive, supportive environment. And my hope in presenting to you today our data and some of our stories is that you will be able to see Brockbridge's commitment to this very vision. And so, first, in the yellow corner, you'll see the physical health bucket. I want to start with that. We were able to provide over 2,500 weekday and weekend meal supports to families, which was really exciting. So you see in the picture me pushing a huge cart of food through the hallways. And we started out the year with only expecting about 20 families to participate, and then ended up serving about 75 families throughout our school. And it's been amazing for that program to grow. And we ended up getting a partnership or a grant from the Laurel Racetrack, which allowed us to not only provide meals for the weekend, provide a couple days during the weekday as well. And there were multiple times when several students who weren't signed up would run behind me and follow me in the hallway and say, "Hey, Miss Gilbert, can I get a bag of food?" And at first you think it's because kids just think they're missing out. But after understanding the needs of that family, I understood that they were actually asking me because they had a need. And so I'm excited that we've been able to provide over 2,500 bags, and then we are going to expand our program into the following year. And then we'll go over right next to that our generational supports, which are very important to community school strategy. So this school year, we implemented a pilot program called Cafe Latino, which was really coffee and chats and conversations with our Spanish speaking families. 48% of our families at our school are Hispanic, and a lot of them Spanish is their main language. And so we wanted to provide resources and opportunities for community building. And from the first time that we met to the last meeting we had a couple weeks ago, our attendance tripled, and it opened the door for a more inclusive school environment. And it allowed us to get feedback from our participants that helped us realize that we need to curate some specific resources for our families. And we have now expanded it to be a cluster initiative between the other community schools that we want to partner with every month going into the fall. And I know Ms. Carter had a piece that she wanted to add in here about how this has impacted moving forward for our school.
I'm sorry, Ms. Gilbert. So additionally, the information that we learned has just directly impacted the planning for next school year and the goals that we've set for next school year. And I just wanted to highlight that we have the invitation is now being developed for how we will have monthly assemblies that then translate into parents coming into the classrooms for student showcases and side-by-side sort of learning experiences with the parents. And so that is a direct response to the need of wanting to feel a sense of belonging and partnership in educating the children.
Awesome, thank you. So that's a really exciting program, and we're excited to be able to expand that. So the next bucket that I want to speak to is our social, emotional, and behavioral health. This one really kind of excites me because 38 students participated in leadership and community projects, and also having to keep up with their grades. Their dedication and commitment to serving their peers and their community allowed them to earn a pin, and they were formally inducted into the National Elementary Honor Society. And the need that we kind of addressed was we needed more student leadership within our schools and student voice and input. And oftentimes we focus on where there's gaps in academics, but we wanted to give students that are already leaders or potential leaders and that already are excelling academically an opportunity to serve their peers and community. And so they participated in cleanup and beautification projects. They helped distribute backpack buddies. And one thing that they are also proud of is that they planned and executed on their own a math event in the evening for all grade levels, where they met with grade level teams during their planning time to make sure that they understood what the classes were learning. And they provided educational games and a lesson that they taught during this math night based on what each grade level was learning in their classroom. And so that was a student-led event, and that was very successful. And we are so proud of those students and excited to pin even more students coming into the next year. And I just want to read one quote from one of the students. A fourth grader said, "It has impacted my life because I feel like I'm able to learn better and do more things because the opportunities that National Honor Society has given me." And so that's really, something that we pride ourselves in. It was very powerful moments to see families and parents pin their students at the induction ceremony. It's a very formal ceremony as well. And so lastly, I want to speak to our academic enrichment and attendance initiatives. With our attendance team sat down and using some data from attendance works, we realized that during um, or after holiday breaks, there's typically a decrease in attendance rates. And so we really wanted to focus in on that January timeframe. And so we implemented an incentive program that over the course of 18 days post our holiday break, that if students were able to show up and come to school and we had 92% or higher attendance, they would get a bunny in the hat. And of course, our students rose to that challenge and earned their mathematical magic mayhem assembly with Mr. Brian Curry. And it was a great experience for the entire school. And what you see in this picture, which is why I posted it, is a student walking up to Mr. Curry at the end of the assembly. So throughout the assembly and the magic show, Mr. Curry shared a story about how he wasn't good at math, and he showed how math is in everything and encouraged the students and how math is magical. And the student walked up to him afterwards, and I was so thankful that I was able to kind of overhear and get a picture of it. He said, "Thank you so much, Mr. Curry, for sharing that story, your story. Thank you so much for the magic, because now I feel like I can go and be good at math." And he actually had math right after the assembly. So he was just so encouraged and inspired by Mr. Curry. And what that showed me in that moment is that with every strategy, with every initiative, we are impacting generations, not just students. We are building futures, are building bridges and shaping futures at Brockbridge and throughout our community school strategy. Thank you.